guys, it's Tahira, and today I'm going to be talking about all the books by black authors that I really want to read. And although this is not a recommendations video, I still hope that I can give some exposure to books that may not be getting the hype they deserve. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get started. So the first book that I'm really excited to read, and I've literally heard nothing but good things about, is The Fifth Season and the entire Broken Earth trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. I feel like this book follows like something to do with like the end of the world or something related to that, but as I've said, I've literally not heard any bad things about this book. And it's a book I've been wanting to read for a while, but I think they're also like big and long, so that's why I haven't had a chance to pick it up. And it's always like taken at the library too, because like N.K. Jemisin is such a popular author. But yeah, the Broken Earth trilogy is one that I'm really excited for. So I'm gonna be reading off the Goodreads description because I really don't know what The Fifth Season is about, but it looks like it is about this day where three terrible things happen. There's this woman named SM who is a ordinary woman living in a small town, and she comes home to find that her husband has killed her son and kidnapped her daughter. Then there's this really big empire that falls, and a bunch of its people is murdered because of a madman's vengeance. And the last thing is that this big rift has been torn open into this world, which is spewing ash and darkening the sky for sometimes even centuries. And then this woman, SM, whose son was murdered and her daughter was kidnapped, must go across to like save her family. It sounds so good, and I'm just so excited to read it because I love fantasy. It's one of my favorite genres, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love this one. The next book is also by N.K. Jemisin, and that is The City We Became. I think the premise of this sounds so fascinating. It's like in a world where like cities have souls, and New York City has 5, I think, corresponding to the 5 like boroughs that are in it. But like, you know, Manhattan, Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, and Staten Island, I think, are the last 2. But yeah, New York City has 5 souls, and they must like protect the city. The whole thing about like cities having souls just sounds so cool to me, and I really don't know much else about what's gonna happen, but I think that's how I'm gonna go into this book, not knowing that much about what's gonna happen. But this book just sounds so amazing, and I also like love the cover so much. The next book that I'm really excited to read soon is You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking down at my laptop, because I really don't know what all these books are about. So this book follows our main character, Liz Lady, who believes she's too black, too poor to shine in this prom-obsessed Midwestern town. But Liz has a super ambitious plan that will get her out of this small town. She wants to go to this elite school, play in this really famous orchestra, and has plans to become a doctor. But when the financial aid that she was counting on for all of this falls through, her whole world crashes down upon her until she realizes that there is a scholarship that comes with being prom queen. So basically she joins the race to become prom queen, and I think she starts falling for this girl named Mac, who is also in the running. I think this is gonna have some light rivalry to lovers romance, but I think is really cute. I'm really excited to read it because it's a book that I haven't really read much about, and black authors are really something I need to incorporate more into my reading. And I acknowledge that I don't have enough books by black authors in my day-to-day reading. And when I do see the books that I'm reading by black authors, I see that I'm reading the most popular ones, the ones that are most hyped, like On the Come Up, The Hate U Give, Dear Martin. But this is a book that I have heard a lot of people talking about these days, and it's a contemporary, and of course summer is a great time to read a contemporary novel. So if you think that this sounds like up your alley, you should definitely pick it up. The next book that is an anthology actually, and that is Black Enough by a lot of different authors. And the editor of this anthology is Ibi Zoboi, who I know is also a black author, and she has her own books. Like, I think Pride is one of the books that I've heard by her. I haven't really read any books by her, but Black Enough sounds really good. It follows a bunch of different stories of black teens in America and their experiences. I think this will be a really important read because it will give me insight to what it's like being a black teen in America, and that is something I completely cannot relate to. So I think that will be a good book to show me some more perspective. And the last book is Get a Life Chloe Brown / Take a Hint Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert. These both are romance novels, and I don't read a ton of romance, but summer obviously is a great time to dive into some contemporary / some romance, and I'm always looking for some cute stories. stories. And Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and Take a Hint, Danny Brown both sound amazing. So if romance is something that you are into, that you like, I highly recommend you pick both of these up because I've heard really great things about both of them. Anyway, that is it for all these books that I'm excited for that are by Black authors. I know this is not that great of a list. There are so many books that I'm also excited for, but these are the ones that just stood out to me that I'm the most looking forward to. Let me know down below what is a book by a Black author that is on your TBR, as I would love to know because I want to grow my own TBR of Black authors. But that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you next time. Bye!